To set up a really great sample program or sample of your online personal training and coaching, and then host that on your website so that potential clients can just sign themselves up and get a great look inside at what you're offering and a real good idea of your overall service, whilst also knowing that it is not actually what you provide. This works brilliantly for particularly one-to-one services because it gives a glimpse of what you offer, but it actually makes it very clear that this is not the one-to-one service they're getting, that everything in the real time will be individualized for them. So this is how you set it up. I would create a group, so come up to More and Client/Groups. Click on PTD Groups and New PTD Group. Give it a name, I'll just call this one Sample, and create. Once you've done that, go into your group dashboard. From inside the group dashboard, you add all of the content that you want in your sample. Now, what I would put into a sample is a program, so come up to Add Program. You can either build it from new or take from your templates. I would also put in a coaching video, so set it as a welcome video. You can do that from Add Coaching Tracking, Add Video. Set that to go on joining, so when someone signs up, they'll immediately get the video sent to them. And in that video, you could simply talk about, firstly, welcoming them, say thank you for downloading my sample and for checking out my service, and then just talk about what you've got in the sample. So say, hey, we've got a program, you can have a look at the program. You'll see that you can play the exercise videos. You'll see that you can record and view your technique. This will come into my account, so when we do proper coaching, I can guide you on technique. You'll see that you can record your results. This is also the app where I'll put much of your coaching, and I'll give you video coaching. And I can track anything that we need to track to ensure you get great results. So you can just do something like that. Really letting your client know exactly what they would get if they signed up for your paid service and the benefits of it and how it helps them to actually do the programs, do the coaching. I would also set up a single habit to track. So to do that, you go into the schedule, add an event, and choose your event type as a habit. I would set that up for them to track in the evening, just so that they understand that there's little things that they can tick off to make sure they're doing well, and that shows that you're keeping them accountable. You can set up anything else that you want to put into your sample: programs, assessments, more coaching, any tracking. Forms and questionnaires I'd probably leave out of a sample, but maybe make it clear that you will have them in the main package. I would then go to messaging and set up an in-app message by clicking on Messenger. Schedule this with their first name on it. Just be honest about it. Say this is a scheduled message. I will use these to help you with your adherence in our main program. Research has shown that this sort of message actually helps to create a 100% increase in the chance of you doing your training program. So I use this technique to make sure that you're happy doing it and reminded, and you know you can squeeze it in at the right times. Also say this is how we can communicate, so if you've got any problems you can chat with me, and we might drop videos between each other to communicate and make sure that you're on track at all times. If you've got any sort of questions, this would be the way to contact me. And then come into emails and set up an email sequence that includes a lot of the benefits of your programs, client stories, and really manage to get them excited about your paid programs. Now, later on in the university, there is a course on email marketing and sending fantastic emails from Joey Persier. So check that out before you set up your email sequence and then get that set up. Once you set up everything in the group that you want for your sample, that you want to show to potential clients, then what you want to do is connect the group up to a sign-up form that you can host on your website. To do that, come up to More, click on Preloaded Client Accounts, come up to Add New Package, give the package a name. This is just for your reference, so once again I would probably call it Sample, and then you select the group, so select your sample group to connect it to, and this means that all of the content from that sample group will copy straight into your client's account when they sign up. So that's all the messages, all the programs, the habits, any of the tracking that you set up for them. For number 2, just say no, not now. For number 3, click yes. And then how to take payment, select option 3, allow clients to sign up before adding payment details. As you scroll down, this is where your code will go once you've saved it. You can pre-select the sex if you want, so if you have a particular niche that is sex specific, you can pre-select that so the form doesn't include a question asking for sex. You can disable login details email if you wish to, so that means really they just sign up and they go straight in with the details they set up. So you can disable it if you wish to, or you can keep it there, entirely up to you. You can also set a time to put this client's account offline. So what I would do is put it offline after a few days. So give them a few days to have a look around. I might go for 4 days. And then you will never have to pay for this client, because each client on PT Distinction is free for the first 30 days. So if you set it as 4 days, they can have their sample, they can have a look around, they can experience a lot of the messages that you send. Emails will continue to go out to them after they are offline, so don't worry about that. But you will never have to pay for this client unless they convert into a full paying client. And the bottom bit, because you're not taking any payment details, you don't need to worry about that. Save it and then close it. Then what you want to do is just open it up again, so view/edit, and you should have a nice bit of code just in here. This is the code that you take to your website, so copy this and take it into the back end of your website and paste into your website as either HTML or code in exactly the same way you would have done with your client login when you set that up on your website. So copy it, paste it into your website, and that will create the sign up form. Then when someone fills in their details into the sign up form, they'll get taken straight into your sample. They'll get directions to go into your app or to log in on your website, whichever one is specific to the device that they are on, and it will work very, very smoothly, and they'll get a lovely sample of your coaching, some of your messages, some of your training programs, everything that you offer, whilst being very clear that this is not the actual service that they would pay for, and you can convert them really nicely from there into your emails and also into your paid packages.